We got our first look at DLC gameplay and a bunch of new reveals and information about the latest game in the Arkham series.
Let the games begin!
What it do, Durag Nation? I'm back with Super News, bringing you the latest superhero news without wasting your time if you subscribe. So if this information was valuable, hit the like button so it will reach more people, but if it wasn't for you, change it to a dislike. Yesterday, Rocksteady dropped a new episode of Suicide Squad Insider, the third in the series, with this one promising to be a deep dive into the game's post-launch plans. And they did not disappoint. The 11-minute video was packed with information, new gameplay, and Easter eggs. And then Rocksteady released even more after that. So let's first break down the episode. As previously revealed, Suicide Squad is releasing its post-launch content for free. The only thing that will cost money are some of the cosmetics, and they showed off a bunch in the episode. They set up this section with a cutscene from the game where the squad get their default outfits for the first time, and includes a shot of a Harley Quinn outfit from the Arkham series that Harley rejects, but that WB certainly will tell them to put in the game since it would immediately be its biggest seller. This section also includes an Easter egg for a potential future squad member. Next to Harley's locker is one designated for Batman villain Deathstroke, who is currently the most fan-requested DLC character. I'm sure this was Rocksteady's way of telling you they are very aware that he needs to be in this game and to not worry. As you see, there are a ton of outfits for all four of the base roster, and they will also be customizable, with you being able to change the color palette as well as different parts of the body, such as removing the mask. Cosmetics such as skins and emotes will be available on both the Battle Pass and in the shop, but they didn't go into much detail on either. However, according to the website, the Battle Pass will have both a premium and free tier, so you'll be able to get new cosmetics even if you don't want to spend any more money. Most of the information was about the actual content, which will be divided into seasons. Each season will expand the game with multiple story episodes, gear, activities, boss fights, and playable characters. This content is completely free and never expires, so you'll be able to go back, play through it, and earn the rewards even if you missed the season. They first revealed this during the sponsor stream on Friday with Dr. Lupo, Shroud, and Tarek when discussing the Season 0 set, which will be centered around Batman villain Bane, which is extremely powerful and something that endgame players will definitely want to chase. Rocksteady said this is part of their player-friendly, no FOMO approach to live service. This should apply to the Battle Pass as well, but we're still waiting for an official announcement. Season 1 surprisingly is coming out in March, only a month after launch, and will bring with it the game's first new playable character, the Joker. The squad will travel to Earths in different universes that Brainiac has conquered in order to battle the alien menace, and this will result in them finding and recruiting new DC villains. This Joker is from a different universe where he was also a member of Task Force X. Rocksteady revealed this version had more of a vaudeville inspiration, think Cesar Romero or the original inspiration for the Joker character, the Man Who Laughs, instead of trying to imitate the Mark Hamill version. We gotta look at his gameplay and it's incredible. His traversal is based on a rocket-propelled umbrella, and for those that don't read comics, no, an umbrella is not just a penguin thing. Joker famously uses them as well. It looks extremely fun and one of the best in the game already, allowing you to get big air, skate like Tony Hawk, and knock enemies around. We also got a glimpse at what might be his traversal attack, where he goes full Green Goblin after super jumping with the umbrella and dropping a whole arsenal on the battlefield, which would immediately be the best traversal attack in the entire game. I definitely cannot wait to try him out. They didn't give us a tease for any of his costumes, but based on the Joker's choice of weapons, it's hard to imagine Rocksteady will pass on the opportunity to bring the Batman Who Laughs skin into the game, which I will never take off if they add it, unless we also get the Dark Knight or animated Mark Hamill Joker fits as well. They also talked about the competition elements of the game, from leaderboards to special cutscenes that play when you log into the game if one of your friends beats your score. Based on some of these end screens, it looks as if for sure, in addition to the ability to form clans, this game will have some sort of PvP game modes similar to Gambits in Destiny, allowing you to challenge friends and rival clans from around the world, which I am for sure looking forward to. I'll be looking to recruit people for the Durag Nation clan when the game launches. But Rocksteady is far from done. Marvel's Avengers crawled so Suicide Squad could run because holy, they released a full roadmap of the free post-launch content, with the words free apparently not being big enough for people on Twitter to read. It looks like they're starting things off with 4 seasons that, in addition to Joker, will have another 3 playable characters and new maps. Season 1 comes with the Joker, his new playable area, which is of course the Circus Daily Planet, and new weapons. There are also new boss fights and enemy variants, which based on the image look like they'll be centered around Green Lantern and Superman. We know certain enemies are infused with abilities from the Justice League, so those should be a fun challenge. In addition, there will also be new Riddler content and new story missions, with these featuring the iconic villains Two-Face and Scarecrow. The roadmap also teased future maps. Rocksteady revealed in episode 3 that one of those maps, which also come with a new playable character, is Gotham City. Fans of the Arkham series will definitely be circling a whole season of Gotham themed content on their calendars when it comes around. They also revealed a map of an Elseworld covered in ice. As I mentioned, all these new maps will be tied to a new character, just like Joker is coming with this revamped Daily Planet, so you're free to guess the implications of those other maps revealed by Rocksteady and what playable DC villains they will bring. No timetable was given for those other seasons, but I wouldn't set expectations of 1 per month. That would be insane. But a new season every 3 months would probably be the sweet spot and something they could maintain, since they've been working on this content for a while and aren't starting from scratch. Fans have been requesting characters such as Red Hood, Black Manta, and Peacemaker, so hopefully if the game does well enough, we'll eventually get to see a bunch of our favorite DC villains and anti-heroes. And I personally think it will, and this game will be getting content for a while. After all, if Marvel's Avengers could last 3 years, despite also launching at the worst possible time in 2020, I don't see why Suicide Squad can't either, with a much better infrastructure while also being much cheaper to make and maintain. Since Warner Brothers owns DC, so unlike Marvel games, they don't have to pay Disney insane licensing fees or share their revenue. The game has been #1 in pre-orders the last few weeks in the PlayStation Store, ahead of big upcoming releases like Tekken 8 and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, so it's clear there are a lot of people interested in this game despite the initial backlash. If Suicide Squad becomes another hit for Rocksteady, it would encourage WB to continue to invest in DC games, like a solo Superman project, which we have an update on. I'll talk about that in the next video on screen.